Hello and welcome to another episode of Laptop Retrospective, and today we are back with another portable monitor. Now, there are a couple things that make this unique. That's how it ended up on the channel. But before we get to it, I want to thank Kefeya for sending this monitor to me. This was not personally purchased. This was sent to me for the production of this review. I am not being financially compensated for it, and as always, my opinions remain my own. This is the model N2, and what makes this one so unique, other than the stand, is it is 16 inches. So this is a rather abnormal size for a portable monitor. The one thing I do appreciate is all the specifications are right here on the back for us to see up front. So this is a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, 60 hertz display, 1920 by 1200, 16-inch screen size, IPS display. It is looking at a 300 nit brightness, and it can be ran either by a combination of USB Type-C or mini HDMI to USB-A. The USB-A is used to power the monitor, and then your HDMI obviously plugs into your standard HDMI port. So in short, this will pretty much work with anything that allows for HDMI or USB Type-C connections. So you could use this for phones that support it, you could use it for game consoles, and of course laptops, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Let's open the box and see what we get on the inside. All right, so we have what I believe is the, that's the stand and the monitor. And it says there is a warning label on here. Let's get that right under. And it says, when you are storing the screen, you need to make sure that the slide board is securely tucked away, which I'm guessing is this over here. You need to pull out the skateboard apart to remove the screen. I'm not sure about the translation on that, but let's go ahead and figure this out. We have a user's guide. Talks about the product introduction, what's included. It tells you the installation and how to open the monitor, so we'll look at that in a minute. Lots of color diagrams. Talks about audio settings, display mode, transportation and safety information. So the booklet is only in English. And then in here, we have essentially the quick start guide, which is all of the absolute essentials that you need to get this working. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all we need to know there. We've got all the cables that we need included. So this is the USB Type-C to Type-C cable. This is for power if you need it. That's the A to C. And then this is HDMI to mini HDMI if we needed that for an older laptop. And then I believe this is an additional stand piece, and that firmly magnetically fits in there. One other thing that we need to point out is that this has a VESA mount. So if you wanted to, you could mount this as well. You don't have to use the included stand. So let's tidy things up and see what this thing looks like when it's set up. All right, so the very first thing that we need to do is, I guess, disassemble this. And it says to disassemble the screen here. So that's how that part comes away. So this is the actual panel itself, and we'll obviously need to remove this protective film. And it's a fairly glossy panel, like it is matte-ish, but you are going to get some good reflection off that when it's turned off at the very least. Okay, and then we have the stand. So we open it up like this, and I'm probably going to have to switch over to the conference camera to show you better. And then there we go. So there is a kind of a spring-loaded magnet there, and it allows you to put this pretty much at any height that you want, and it allows you to easily rotate it, although I'd imagine that you're going to need software to rotate the actual display. And I guess the downward travel, according to the manual here, is 90 millimeters. So that's pretty neat. So if you wanted to not use this, you could just stick that on the back and there you go. It's like an old picture frame. And you could just have it stand like that, or you can have it stand vertically as well. So this is a nice little addition. Let's go ahead and hook it up. All right, we are going to have to zoom out because we're dealing with some big devices today. I've got the P15S. So this is a 15-inch 16 by 9 aspect ratio. So it's going to look a little different than this 16-inch 16 by 10. And the first thing that I notice is this display is a little too tall to use it behind the device, which I did see in some of the promotional videos of it being used, kind of having it stacked on top of one another. And in this case, that's not going to work. However, if we move this device over and have both running in the same position. Now, this screen is pretty crisp, pretty clean, pretty clear. It's very, very comparable to kind of the mid-tier displays that you see on some ThinkPads. Maybe a little brighter, but that could just be the settings that I have on this laptop. So if we change the display to portrait orientation, we can have that on the go, and we can have that at any height or angle that we so desire. Even though this screen is 16 by 10, it literally has the same footprint, maybe a little smaller than the lid of this P15S, which is a 15-inch device. So that is good to know that this will probably still fit in a lot of bags designed for 15.6-inch machines, because that's, of course, a different aspect ratio than this one is. So that it kind of alleviates that fear. Just like a lot of these monitors, if we press in this button on the side, we have a series of menus from brightness, contrast, the backlight, sharpness, whether or not we want it using eco, color temperature, auto power down, volume. So there is a speaker built into this, but like a lot of these, I wouldn't hold the speakers in such a display to any sort of standard of quality. That's just a bit unfair. All your I/O is on this side here. So they're taking advantage of this raised piece, obviously, to hold all the electronics. It's an interesting conundrum because you could almost get away with just this in most of the situations that this stand would also be useful, but the stand also doubles as the protection for this. So you're very likely always going to take that because you want this protected unless you put this in a sleeve. So the products kind of need each other in an interesting way. It is portable, no question about it. I don't know how portable you might consider this piece here. I'd be really curious what you guys think in the comment section down below, because I have not seen something quite like this on the channel so far, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to take a look at it, because I'm really curious to know what you think about this kind of display. Again, good news is it runs on pretty much anything that supports USB Type-C or HDMI, so long as you can power it. So you're going to have a huge range of compatibility and use cases. But again, what use case would you use this for? So the only other thing to talk about is this retails for about 180 Canadian dollars, which is actually on the more affordable end of some of these monitor solutions. And I think that's a fairly competitive price for a 16-inch, 16 by 10 aspect ratio, more modern display. Again, I'm going to have to use it a bit more to figure out how I feel about this piece down there. I do like the carbon fiber aesthetics. The only other thing that I'm thinking about is, depending on how you run your gear, I don't know if I would necessarily want to store that piece next to my laptop if I'm worried about my machine getting scratched. So I might put a divider or something in between the two just to make sure that one doesn't damage the other. At any rate, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the video. If you have any questions, make sure you're leaving them in the comments down below. I'll leave some links in the description if you want to try one of these for yourself. And like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.